It's called Pack and Crack, as a panel of judges explores if Texas voting districts discriminate. An in-depth look at how a county that votes mostly Democrat helped elect 4 Republican congressmen.
Central Texans, well, it doesn't look like it used to, of course. Rapid growth is being blamed for many things, but there are some upsides, like when you need medical attention.
101-degree heat today, but a few spots enjoying some relief, and another burn ban declared late this afternoon.
First at 6, the wildfire in Blanco County that swallowed up a fire truck. It's destroyed. The question now is who will pay for a replacement. And we have new information about the wildfire that charred more than 200 acres near Johnson City from the person who lives where it started.
It may be contained now, but it is still burning. Fire crews are working to put out the hot spots.
KXAN's Jacqueline Powell tracked down the homeowner today to find out what happened and what the consequences could be in a situation like this.
This is the house where it all started. The homeowner told me he was using a barbecue pit in his yard yesterday, and when he was done, he watered it down and put a lid on it. But firefighters say the wind blew one coal out, and that's what sparked this massive fire that went way beyond this man's yard. Firefighters say it's lucky no homes, people, or livestock were harmed in the 206-acre wildfire. The only thing that didn't make it out, this, one of Johnson City's most important pieces of equipment.
It's a needed truck. It's our heavy hitter, go-getter.
And Captain Michael Guthrie says they lost it at the worst time possible.
In the middle of the summer, going into a pretty good fire season.
State law says sometimes the person who causes a wildfire can be held accountable. But in this case, Johnson City won't go after the homeowner.
It's a pure accident. A guy was just doing a little grilling, trying to cook some steaks for his family. He was taking pretty good measurements to make sure everything stayed contained.
The homeowner did the right thing, calling 911 immediately. Captain Guthrie says if someone in a similar situation doesn't take the right steps, they could be in a lot of trouble. If a life, home, or vehicle is taken and the person responsible is found to have been reckless or negligent,
well, yes, we'll at that point we can go after them.
Captain Guthrie says insurance money will pay for part of the cost of replacing this truck, but the fire department has already also applied for an emergency grant to pay for the rest of it. In Blanco County, Jacqueline Powell, KXAN News.
Now, first warning weather with Jim Spencer.
Well, and another burn ban issued late this afternoon. This one from the City of Austin Parks and Rec Department. You can read the details on the weather blog right now, but until further notice, building fires or grilling prohibited in all city parks, greenbelts, and preserves. Now, here's our latest burn ban map. More counties, of course, were added yesterday, and right now in our viewing area, all metro and most surrounding counties are under outdoor burn bans. I might mention regarding that parks ban, some propane stoves are allowed, so you do want to go to the weather blog there and read those details. Outside right now, we've got some clouds coming in, but not helping much with the temperature, still 96 degrees. Actually, a rain shower on the radar, or thunderstorm even. I'm going to show that to you in just a few minutes. I'll also be showing you more 100-degree heat in the forecast, but a pattern change that could result in some showers again this weekend.
Plans are being made for one of the last undeveloped sites in downtown Austin. 308 Guadalupe Street is a parking lot just south of Republic Square Park. Travis County paid almost $22 million for the site in 2010 with plans to build a new courthouse there, but voters rejected the bond. County commissioners have agreed to lease it out to 2 property companies for $430 million in payments over the next 99 years. They are planning a vertical mixed-use development with 10% housing to be affordable for low to moderate income residents.
Did the state of Texas purposely take power away from Hispanics and African Americans when they drew congressional district lines? A 3-judge panel in San Antonio is taking a close look at Congressman Lloyd Doggett's District 35. He's the lone Democrat in Washington from our area. His district goes from Austin all the way down south to San Antonio. Those who are suing say those lines were drawn to hurt minorities. KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen takes an in-depth look.
If Daniel Segura Kelly was to drive through his congressional district, he'd leave his East Austin home, drive west to Dripping Springs, and then north more than 100 miles.
I can't say that I've ever been to Dripping Springs. It's a lot more rural than East Austin certainly is. There's a lot more dense population in East Austin.
He says he's been politically silenced by the way his district is drawn.
There's just an arm that reaches into East Austin to grab a handful of, brown and black people.
It's known as packing and cracking, packing a group of people into one area and diluting them in others. The lone Democrat representing Travis County is Lloyd Doggett. Lawmakers drew his district to be packed with minority voters. Census data shows 71% of people in his district are Hispanic or black. The other 4 districts in Travis County are split up. 39% of people in Michael McCall's district are black or Hispanic. That's 38% in Bill Flores's, 24% in Roger Williams, and 32% in Lamar Smith's. That's how the Democratic hotspot of Travis County is represented by 4 Republicans. It is legal to pack and crack a political party. It's not legal to do that to minorities. But San Antonio judges approved the lines for the 2012 election. In fact, they drew the lines themselves. Then lawmakers put them in permanent place in 2013.
We're confident that this federal court followed the Supreme Court's order to draw lawful maps.
But this week, those same judges are taking a second look at the lines in Travis County. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
The hearing this week is scheduled to wrap up Friday or Saturday. Election officials hope for a ruling by September so they can start preparing for the party primaries next spring.
Immigrant advocacy groups are suing the federal government, the American Immigration Council, and others, accusing Customs and Border Protection of blocking access to the asylum process for hundreds of people at border crossings in Texas, California, and Arizona. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Los Angeles pushes the issue into a courtroom.
A Williamson County mom is facing burglary charges after deputies say they caught her breaking into a house with her 4-year-old daughter. 32-year-old Racine Young was arrested at a home in the Cedar Hollow Crossing neighborhood. Deputies say they found Young and her daughter at the house with stolen property inside of her vehicle. The 4-year-old was released to her grandmother and CPS was notified.
A Central Texas hospital seeing more patients than ever before. What's saving people from driving out of town for an important procedure?
Local students are reaching for the stars, the unique spot they're competing for in space.
So who do you think leads the way with the most players on the preseason all Big 12 football team? Roger Wallace will have that answer for you next. A drug 60 times more powerful than heroin is killing Central Texas.
If you looked at the numbers in Texas, you would think we didn't have a problem. We have a huge problem.
A problem KXAN revealed no one was tracking fully.
I'm grieving, screaming, raging. This did not have to happen.
Our investigation alerted state lawmakers to this growing epidemic, helping save lives in your neighborhood. KXAN is in-depth investigative.
DallasTruckWorld.com, now in Austin, will buy your